All right. Welcome back. It's been a few days since I've done something actually productive here on the app. In real life, because the video that you saw yesterday or like 2 days ago when you're seeing this was actually recorded the week before. So for me, it's been like 5 days or something. Not good, because I noticed that when I'm in a productive flow with this stuff, it's really like that metaphor of a snowball rolling downhill. Like once you get it going, it'll just pick up momentum by itself and get bigger and bigger very quickly. I really do notice that when it comes to this stuff, that action sort of generates action. So if I take action on this app today and then I get back to it straight away tomorrow, then tomorrow I'll be so much more in it and just ready to go and excited and just kind of focused on it, that it's just a completely different thing. Like weekends, I feel like I need to have weekends just to, because I want work-life balance. But even on a weekend, even if I've done like a super productive week, the 2 days, like Saturday and Sunday, to take those days off and then come back on Monday. Coming back on Monday, I do notice a difference where I've already started to like forget where I was. Whereas if I work today and then I get up tomorrow and I start working again, I will remember in the morning, like, okay, this is exactly the problem that I had, and it'll be very clear in my head. Whereas if I take a few days off, then I sort of have to catch up on like, okay, where was I again? What was the problem that I had? What I have been doing though is something that's pretty cool, because I just created like a little Python script to automatically upload the videos on this channel on the day and the time that I want. And this is because one of my biggest like a pretty big pain point at this stage has been that I will finish the filming of this in about 3 hours, and then I will edit it in about 20 minutes, something like that. But the exporting of it, since it's quite long videos, it takes approximately like 40 minutes to an hour to export this stuff. And then I have to upload it, which takes a bit of time as well. And all in all, that takes probably about an hour of my day that waiting for this to happen. And the thing is that if I need to upload at a certain time, then I can't just go do something else for an hour and come back, or like maybe the thing that I need to do will take more than 1 hour. So lately I've been actually swimming a lot. So I've been going to the gym with a friend, and then afterwards we've gone swimming, freestyle swimming, and just trying to learn that, trying to get good at it. But that workout session takes about 3 hours to do. So if I work until 12, edit until 12:30-ish, have lunch, and then go to the gym to like do all that stuff at 1, then I don't really have time to wait an hour there for this edit to finish exporting and then uploading it and doing all that stuff. So what I did was I realized, well, all of that stuff is just passive. It's just me sitting here waiting. I can do stuff here at the apartment, but really what would be more efficient would be to just have a script that just looks in a folder, just keeps looking in that folder until the video has exported. And once it's exported, it just uploads it automatically to YouTube at the certain time that I set, with the title that I set, with the description that I want and the tags that I want and all that stuff. Because that is possible, and I know that that's possible. So I just put in some time during the weekend and got a script made. So now instead of me having to like sit here and wait for, or just stay in the apartment and wait for this export to finish, I can just press a button, say, okay, whenever I'm ready, whenever I've finished editing, I can just press a button to tell it to, whenever it's finished, just upload it to YouTube. And I hope that's going to simplify things a lot for me. I hate things where it's not, where I get like, what would you call that when you get stuck and there's no need for you to be stuck, when you know that there's like, you could automate this process. Like there's no need for me to just be stuck at the apartment waiting for this to export, because like doing repetitive tasks, I despise doing the repetitive tasks. So anytime I find something that I know I can easily automate, I will try to automate that process. Now, the hardest part about that is just recognizing like, okay, this is a repetitive thing that I'm doing every day. Automate that process. The hard thing is to recognize it, because sometimes you do things and you don't realize that, well, I've done the same thing 10 times now and I could probably automate this. And so it's taken me about 6 months to realize that, well, this is a pain point and this takes time and this kind of screws with my schedule for the day. So instead of me having to be really quick with editing and maybe even affecting the filming part of the day, just like reducing the time for that, because I have to have time to edit and wait for the export before I can go do something else. Now I just have to have time to edit, which only takes 20 minutes. So what I know now is I can stop recording, and I can stop recording 20 minutes or like 30 minutes maybe before needing to leave the apartment. Because if I can do all that, because I can get the video edited in 30 minutes, that means that I can then just press like start the script and it will upload the video for me and I won't have to wait for anything. So, whereas previously I knew I kind of had to start or stop with an hour and 30 minutes to spare if I wanted to be able to upload a video today. So yeah, that's a small thing that I've done, but it takes away some focus from the app, and that's what we're going to try to get back to today. I've been trying to make sure that all of the text and stuff works out, because now that I'm working on this widescreen monitor, it's hard to know if you can actually see what's happening on screen until I upload it. So let me know if I need to increase the size of the text more. I've tried to do it as much as possible, but I might need to do it even more. And I also bought something. I'm going to show you what I bought. So this is a weight belt, or like, I don't know what you even call it, but it's a belt with a chain, so you can add extra weight when you're doing like dips and pull-ups. And since I have the pull-up bar there and the dips or the rings there, I feel like it's hard to develop the type of strength that I want to develop without adding extra weight, because even though like, yeah, maybe 10 pull-ups is going to be difficult, it's just not like the best way to develop actual strength. And what I want to get to is I want to get to a muscle up. And at this point, I think what I actually need to do is probably practice the transition part, because I can get really high or fairly high. I can get high enough to like hit my head on the roof here. Not that that's very high, but because the roof is not that tall or that far above the bar. But I feel like I have the strength to get as high as I need to. It's just that once I get there, I have no strength doing this. Like there's zero strength there. But I think part of that is tricep strength. So I don't think my triceps are that strong. And one way to build that is with the dips. And even though ring dips are quite hard, I can still do 5 reps fairly easily. It might be a little bit early to add weight to the ring dips, but at the same time, why not just do it? So instead of doing just body weight stuff, I can now just add, because I have some kettlebells. I have two 10 kilos and one 20 kilo. So I can add up to like 40 kilos. I do have two 20 kilo weights as well. So I guess I can add up to 60 kilos. But at least I can add like 10 or 20 kilos to the pull-ups and the dips. And that's going to be I think that's going to be plenty of weight to add to those things in order to build the muscle up strength. I just haven't really figured out a good way to practice the transition, because I can do it on the rings. I can practice the transition there with like support with my feet. But I think I need something that's more like sport specific, if that makes sense. Like if I want to be able to do it on a bar, I need probably to practice on a bar. It's going to help with the rings, but the rings are non-rigid, like they'll move in all kinds of ways. So it's just not as specific as a bar. So yeah, trying to figure out some way to do that. But now I've got the weight belt, so now we can do some heavy things on the bar. But before doing that, we probably have to do some sort of warm up. So before we get started, I'm just going to do a few pull-ups. All right, now let's get started. All right, so we actually got a user now when signing up or when opening the app. I just added the email and the password. So now we're going to see what happens if we do name, woman, select birthdays. I think that Grok added some sort of like age thing. So we're going to have to set it to be a person that's actually of age. And we can't just set it to be any age or today's date. Picture added, next, gender, woman, preference man, set location, good, next, no, finish. Exception, no authenticated user found. All right. All right. Since I had to create like a free um, Gemini had some sort of like offer. So you could get 1 month for free, I think, or maybe I paid for 1 month because it wasn't that expensive. I don't quite remember, but I had to do that to get the VO3, which is what I was doing in the last video that you saw. But that means that I just remembered that I have Gemini 2.5, and I've heard that it's supposed to be really good at coding, and I haven't used it in the past. So after like running into a few things with Grok, I realized that, well, let's just try Gemini, because I saw something somewhere where someone said that like Gemini is supposed to be really good. So we're trying it out now just to see if it can solve the problem. I just gave it like all of the files almost, and hope that that's going to be enough. So we'll see. All right, now let's just run that to see what the changes actually, if it knows what it's doing. Decoder, yeah. Email not confirmed. Sign in. All right, we finally got a user in the database with the information. So woman, 20 years old, gender is woman, interested in men, location set, age preference, just a standard, about me, nothing, radius 100, is available, true, online, true, blah, blah, blah. And we have a profile picture. So we'll see, can we actually see that profile picture? Yeah, we can see the profile picture. That's good. I think Gemini is actually a good idea just because I'm using Flutter and Flutter is a Google creation. So now that doesn't have to mean anything because it doesn't mean that Google has trained Gemini on Flutter stuff. But of all of the AI models that are out there, I think Gemini would probably have the highest probability of being good at Flutter. Now we do get an error here, but this error is just something to do with the Amplify category default plugin. It's basically that we're using Amplify still, I think, because I haven't cleaned out all of the Amplify stuff yet. And that's why we get this infinite progress bar, but we were able to add the user to the database. We're able to sign up now and also add information about our user to the database. So we're making progress, and I think we're making progress pretty quickly compared to what it was like with Amplify. I am noticing that this is way easier, even though, because like literally to add stuff to the database, you can just write SQL queries here. Exactly. I think I'm not great at SQL, so I don't know if this is like, I don't know SQL well enough to say that this is exactly what you would do in SQL, but I'm pretty sure because it's like an SQL editor. So I'm pretty sure that all of this is just pure SQL and there's nothing like supabase specific, which is really, really, really good. And I'm super happy about that because it just, I think all of these AI models understand SQL way better than they understand Amplify. So debugging, all that stuff is just going to be way easier, I think. So yeah, the next thing is going to be to just get back to the homepage here, and then setting up the call, being able to match users, actually creating a function within the within Supabase, which you're also supposed to be able to do. So that I think is what we're going to do in the next video. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one on Friday.